Hello, this video is how to make a magic circle, how to crochet a magic circle. You can easily create a magic circle no matter what type of material you're using, whether it is acrylic or wool or even alpaca wool. In this example, I made a magic circle using very thick wool. And you can see that even with the most thickest wool available, you can make a magic circle. And I'm going to show you how to do this in a very easy way that only takes a few minutes. So you're going to make your square. You're going to make an X, and remember that this is your tail, and this is your working yarn. Your working yarn's from your skein. Okay, so you're going to leave plenty of tail here, so then you can close this circle. Okay, and now you're going to take this, and you're going to put it over. Like that. So you're going to have a hook, and then you're going to have a loop over it, and then you're going to have a loop here. So you're going to have two. Keeping in mind where your tail is. Your tail needs to be under here like that. That's the most important thing about making a magic circle. Because without that tail being in the correct position, you're not going to be able to close the ring. See how I'm just closing it like that? That's good. You want to check it, pull it, make sure it closes before you start. Make sure that you've got that in the right position, okay? Because you don't want to go through making a magic circle and then not have the tail close. So check it as soon as you're into this step. Okay, now you're going to be double crocheting. And I always like to keep my finger on that hole here to make sure that it doesn't close while you're working. You don't want it to close. Okay? You're going to double crochet. Your yarn over your hook, and you're going to put it into this circle, and then you're going to wrap your yarn over your hook, then you're going to go in back through that circle, and then you're going to double crochet going through loop 1, loop 2 that's on the hook. Now you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. That's how you're going to do a double crochet, and then you're going to then wrap your yarn over your hook, and you're going to go through both loops. So I think that's 2. Okay, now we're going to do 6 this time for the hat that I'm making. want to say 3, maybe off, but it's easy to get off, not count correctly for your stitches. That's why it's good to always have a stitch marker or a tally marker. 4. You're going to take your hook and you're going to wrap it over, and you're going to go into the circle, and then you're going to go back into the circle again. Okay, now I have 3 loops on my hook, and we're going to do double crochet. Now that we're working a double crochet in the circle, we're going to wrap over the hook, and we're going to go through the 2 loops that are on the hook. There's 3 hooks, but we're going to go through 2 hooks. Okay, now that we've done that, I didn't go through the second one. Okay, now we've got 2 hooks, 2 loops that are left on that hook. Okay, now that made 4, and now we're going to do it again. You see how I have my finger through this hole here to make in, and you see the angle of the tail. Let's make sure that it closes. So you're going to put the yarn through, over the hook, and you're going to go in to this circle, and you're going to keep your yarn over your hook. And you're going to go through 2 loops. Now you got 2 more loops on here, and you're going to take your material, your yarn, you're going to wrap over the hook, and you're going to go through the second 2. That makes 5. And you're going to do it again. And 6. Okay, I only want to do 6. The first one that I made in this video, I did 7 stitches, but for this hat, I want to do 6 because I'm making this hat one size smaller than I normally do. So now you're going to want, this is what your circle is going to look like. It doesn't really look like much of a circle right now, but it will. And then you're going to take your working yarn, okay, and this is the most important part. Whenever you're working with this working tail, it's the most important part. You're going to close it. You're going to close your magic circle. I'm just putting my fingernails in here, and I'm pulling on this string. I'm pulling on the tail. Or your first stitch. So I made 6 stitches. So you're going to count them, and you're going to look for the V's, because the V's is where your stitches are, and you're going to be counting the V's. So this is stitch 1, where this V is, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is where your first stitch is. And you're going to be doing a slip stitch, and you want to be working in the tail. So the way that I like to hold my yarn is I wrap it through my pinky finger, and then I move my hand like that. So I'm holding it like that between my little finger and my second finger. So you wrap it like that. Okay, and then you're going to, and you have your hook, and you have the material wrapped around a hook already, and you're going to put your hook into the V. You can either put it through both V's or just the one in the middle. I usually like to put it through both. Some people just like to put it through one, and then you're going to wrap the material around your hook, and you're going to pull it through your V. Okay, it almost got lost there on me. My hook almost came out from the stitch, and so now you've got 2 loops on your hook, and you're going to wrap your material around your hook, and you're going to go through both loops. So there's loop number 1. There's loop number 2, and that is your slip stitch. Now, what does a slip stitch do? It locks it in place. So then when you start doing the hat, your stitching does not come undone.